Spring enrollment numbers at Eastern Illinois University are on the rise for the first time in years. Today, I spoke with Eastern's Dean of Graduate School, Ryan Hendrickson, and he says a new marketing campaign and the addition of new programs is attracting new students. Budget cuts have left Neoga without an FFA program for almost 2 years. But this year, they were able to bring the program back, and students and their advisor are showing the community they made the right decision. With recent shootings across the nation, Eastern Illinois University students will walk in front of these steps to March for Our Lives. The rally will take place after the march Friday morning at 11. In Charleston, I'm Jada Huddlestun for WEIU Newswatch. Charleston has something to celebrate. After a 2-year hiatus, Celebration, a festival of the arts and music, returns to the community. For the last 2 days, Mattoon resident Irene Toll has watched her home get torn apart. Flooding Tuesday morning caused most of the inside of her home to be ruined by the water. Now Irene and her family are in the process of cleaning what's left to save. She says her son Thomas has been a big help.
Just removing all the furniture and all the stuff out, and got the carpet out so we could get it drying. Then when we get it cleared out, we're going to start opening the walls up to get it dried out so we can replace anything damaged.
Many material items were ruined by the water, but Irene says that's not what she's going to miss the most.
We've been married for almost 55 years, and every biggest part of it's gone. You know, that's your life's collection.
Thomas says in his parents' 55 years of marriage, he's never witnessed something like this.
I grew up here, and the only time it got up in the yard one time about 18-20 years ago, but it's never done this.
Irene says when the water was approaching her front door, she had no idea what to do. She was never prepared for this kind of flooding.
Felt very helpless, you know, and I knew somebody would get us out, you know, but you can't do anything. And water, you can't compete against water.
But help eventually came, and Irene and her husband were rescued by boat and taken to dry land. Irene says she never would have expected something like this to happen to her and her family.
You see things like this on TV far away, and you know it's happening. And you feel really bad for them, and you know, and pray for them and think about them. And you see their homes go, but it doesn't touch you. I guess it's a different way when it comes at you.
A new bill that could possibly raise teachers' salaries is leaving a lot of questions by teachers and administrators. Regional Superintendent of Schools, Bobby Mattingly, says with the current money problem schools are facing, she's not sure the districts could afford the pay increase.
For years we've had financial problems in our schools, and that has kind of put us all in a hole a little bit. And so it would be hard for districts to respond without feeling the pain.
Charleston High School teacher Kristen Runyon says some of that pain could come from cuts to other crucial areas.
If you're going to have to pay for a higher salary by cutting more books, by reducing the number of teaching positions so that we're teaching more students than we already are, if we can't repair desks, if we can't repair roofs, I think the money, we're going to lose the money from some other place. The money's not going to magically appear.
Runyon says teachers value the needs of their students, and that means giving them the materials they need for an education, not paying the staff more. She says money isn't what made her want to become a teacher, and she hopes future teachers feel the same.
I would still want people to go into education because they love education. They love working with students.
Money's an important factor, but the value of teachers is even greater.
I really think that it is of the utmost of importance to pay our teachers not what they're worth, because I don't think we can pay them that much, because teachers, you know, they're the bottom line to education.
Back in 2007, it was announced that Mattoon would be home to $1 billion power plant called FutureGen. That project never materialized, but now a new project is in the works for this ground at Illinois Route 121 and Dole Road. It's a small-scale clean coal power plant, one that Coals Together President Angela Griffin says is much different than FutureGen.
This is a technology that's been proven, it's been commercialized, and it works. And so it allows this nation and really the world to be able to use coal cleanly.
Griffin says not only is the project good for the environment, it benefits for the community. Mattoon City Administrator Kyle Gill says he's looking forward to what the plant could bring to the area.
Several hundred construction jobs, to start off with, And then, you know, we'd be 40 to 60, I think they said, full-time, well-paid jobs for the community.
The community was once behind the Future Gen project, and Gil says having a second chance at another project would mean a lot.
It would just show that our community, we all got behind it, we supported it, and it would just show that all our hard work did pay off.
A place that was declared the best in the nation to build this kind of a project and capture and store CO2. That was a more than 3-year-long investigation that was done. All of that work will be useless if we don't do something productive at that site.
With a program that's generally known to attract more males, Neoga student Blair Banning says she wanted to join to help break the stereotype.
So when I heard they had ag construction, it's kind of a cliche, girls can't do construction and stuff, but I've grown up doing it my whole life. So I wanted to learn more to help my dad out.
Banning says agriculture classes have helped her and other students gain skills that benefit them in future careers. FFA advisor Michaela Smith says she's seen a lot from Banning and her other students this year and is glad they're able to have the hands-on experience again.
Actually saw the potential that this school had for an ag education department and an FFA chapter. And the fact that the school saw that as well and really opened up the opportunities to have these classes and to have the FFA chapter gave me inspiration, that they saw the potential that I did and they were going to help me get these students to where they needed to be.
The ag program offers introductory courses, ag construction, and mechanic courses. Smith says she hopes this will attract new students.
That students understand what FFA can give them and what ag education can give them. There are a lot of traditional farming students here in the school district, but there are also a lot of non-traditional students. And I would like to reach out to those non-traditional students and show them here's what FFA can offer you.
In Neoga, I'm Jada Huddlestun for WEIU Newswatch. Smith says the Neoga chapter has approximately 70 students in high school and about 50 more prospective students in 8th grade. Well, Heaven, I got used to the sunshine, but you're telling me I should grab my umbrella for the weekend? Next, Skywatch local forecaster Everett Lau is keeping an eagle eye on the sky as a winter storm approaches. The juvenile accused in the Mattoon High School shooting returns to court where a psychiatrist addresses his mental health. New federal guidelines recommend doctors start offering skin cancer prevention as early as 6 months old. Nationally, hundreds of thousands of customers in the Northeast are still in the dark. The U.S. government shut down early this morning for the second time in as many months.